Hello everybody, it is MattManectric here, back with another episode of our BattleSpot series, where we are using this team of 6 to try and climb the ladder and see how far we get, and probably end up messing up along the way. But nonetheless, we will enter our first game. We don't need to talk about the rating, because it's not very good. But you know. So we're going to try and improve it. So if you have missed the last episode, you can go and check back on my channel to go and have a look at it. It's pretty cool. It was pretty cool. And if I can, I'll get this episode up before the stream. So if it is, if you're watching this and I am streaming, make sure you pop across. It's twitch.tv/MattManectric. Link is in the description. You can also check out my Twitter, which I just posted some photos up of the living room. We're having an extension. It's looking pretty cool. Can you find a flipping trainer, please? Seriously. Sort it out. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. Finally! Okay, so some Japanese person whose name I can't read out. And they have a Whoa, mate. I like this team. Luxray, probably... Well, it could be Mega Sceptile, actually. Luxray, Sceptile, Flygon, Vaporeon, Escavalier, and the Lucario. He is extremely weak to fire. Extremely weak to fire. And actually, Marowak, I guess if he's running Crunch on Luxray, he could do something to Marowak, but we could end up catching up with the Will-O-Wisp as well. That is something to think about. I do think I want to bring our Marowak. I feel like it's just a solid decision. Tapu Koko could be a good idea as well. The air balloon means that we can do some switching on the Flygon. But I think, you know, I think I'm going to lead Garchomp. No, I'm not going to lead Garchomp. I'm going to lead Marowak. And we're going to have Tapu Koko. No, you know what? No, we're going to leave Tapu Koko because he has nothing to switch in on the Volt Switch. That seems like to me a good trio. So Tapu Koko lead, Garchomp and Marowak in the back. Hopefully we can take the win. That'd be pretty good. I like his glasses though. He's got cool glasses. Got cool glasses, mate. I like him. Right, so what is going to be your lead? I would expect potentially Sceptile. I guess Lucario might lead. He might go for the bulkier choice with Vaporeon. It's going to be the Flygon. Okay, so I'm very happy with this. Obviously, Electric Surge is going to go up. He does have Levitate, and we have an Air Balloon. So I would very much expect a U-turn from this thing. I can't see it doing anything else. It could also be Choice Scarf if it does choose to stay in. But if I do go for an attack, what's he going to go into? Maybe he just missed the Air Balloon. Who knows? Who knows? I think I am best just going for a Dazzling Gleam. He doesn't have much that can switch into it other than the Escavalier. So let's go for the Dazzling Gleam. He's gone for the U-turn as predicted. Kinda wish I wanted to Garchomp. Because that's the Air Balloon gone. I now don't really have much for switching to Earthquake. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're going to see the... What come in? I take Lucario. And then we could just finish off with a... It's going to be the Vaporeon. Okay. Now he's broken the Air Balloon. I can very much see him just making a direct switch back out into the... Flygon. Because now he can hit me with an Earthquake. So, I'm going to go for another Dazzling Gleam, predicting him to switch out into Flygon. He's gone for the Protect. That's cool. That's cool. He knows I'm Air Balloon, so I'm going to go for another Dazzling Gleam. Because maybe now he's going to think, okay, now, you know, he's definitely not going to go for a Thunderbolt. Sorry, he could very much go for a Thunderbolt now we see me Protect. So, you know, maybe I'm just going to Dazzling Gleam. Let's just keep taking it. Dazzling Gleam after Dazzling Gleam. He is actually just going to stay in. Okay, then. Okay, then. You're just going to keep Dazzling Gleaming. That's cool. It's cool, bro. It's cool. Tapu Koko not going to get burned, which is very nice. I like to see that sort of thing. And actually, at this point, I'm just going to go for a Thunderbolt, because if he's not switching out after that and he can knock me out with another Scald, why would he switch out? Why would he switch out? He's gone for the Protect this turn. He's seen me go for a Thunderbolt. Okay, I'm going to go for a Volt Switch then. No, I'm not going to. I might... I hate Protect Mons. I hate them. He's just protecting to get the lefties. You know... What is he going to do? Because I don't want to go into Marowak or Garchomp and go and get burned. But at the same time, I kind of need to keep Tapu Koko around so that I can take out the Vaporeon. But if he does bring in Flygon, he probably Earthquakes me. And I get free switch into... Well, not free switch, but I switch into Garchomp, so... You know what? Let's just go for the Thunderbolt. Let's just go for the Thunderbolt. Now he's going to withdraw. Okay. Okay. My opponent is making reads. My opponent is making reads. That's fine. Alright, let's switch out then into the Garchomp. He might go for another U-turn, which if he does, then that's just called being annoying. If he Earthquakes, then we hit Outrage, basically. That's all that matters. And then that's... I mean, he could, I guess, opt for a Dragon Dance. That would be pretty terrifying. But even still, I'm fairly certain Garchomp will outspeed him. What's Flygon's base speed? He has actually gone for the U-turn. Alright, that's fair. That's fair. Flygon's base speed is 100. Okay, so we will outspeed it. It's good information. It's good information. I'm fairly confident in him being a Choice Scarf, though. Just by the way he's playing it. Does Outrage Oko a Vaporeon from that range? We need a damage calculator to let us know. Honestly, I can see him just going for a Protect, so I think I might just switch straight out into Tapu Koko. Because judging by the way he's playing extremely safe, really. Vaporeon, Common Showdown. And Scarf Jump. Right, looking at it. I would say... No, an Outrage is not knocking out Vaporeon from that range. Let's go out into Tapu Koko. If he goes for Skull, then this game could be over. I'm hoping he's going to Protect. I really am. I really am hoping he's going to Protect. He's gone for the Ice Beam. Okay, we should live 1. Okay, we're on 3 HP. We lived it. We did live it. We didn't live it by much, but we did live it. Alright, let's go for a Thunderbolt then. He's going to Protect this turn. He will Protect this turn. And then we're going to Dazzling Gleam. He's not going to Protect. He's obviously predicting me to just go straight for a Dazzling Gleam. And we're going to be able to Oko the Vaporeon from the range of health it's at with a Thunderbolt. That was an interesting play, because I only really need Tapu Koko for the Vaporeon. Now the Vaporeon's down, mate, Garchomp can come in on the Flygon. Garchomp can come in on the Flygon. Let's see what else he's got in his team, though. So he's got Luxray, Lucario, Escavalier, and Sceptile. Like, literally, I do not need Tapu Koko anymore. Let's go for the Dazzling Gleam. Tapu Koko, you've done absolutely brilliantly with what you needed to do. You lived that last attack. He's going to go for U-turn, which means we can see what he's going to go into, and then we can bring in our one to give us a little bit of an advantage. If it's a Scavalier, I go out into Marowak and I go for a Will-O-Wisp, and that could end up being GG. It is a Scavalier. Perfect. Out into Marowak we go. We'll go for the Will-O-Wisp. If he wants to switch out, I am more than happy to catch the Flygon on the switch. Let's see. The Escavalier might opt for a knockoff, which would do a significant amount of damage, I'm not going to lie. But is he really going to want to stay in on a Marowak? I mean, surely not. Surely you're not going to want to stay in. I can't imagine you wanting to stay in. I mean, he is going to stay in. We're going to connect the Will-O-Wisp and get the burn. And I don't think my opponent will be too happy about that. He is going to go for the knockoff, unfortunately, which is going to do a fairly large chunk of damage, but not a massive amount to cause us any real problems. We'll go for a We'll go for the Flare Blitz this time. Now, assuming the Flygon is... He's just going to stay on that Scavalier get knocked out. Well, then that's a good game, because... Provided my Garchomp is jolly, which I really hope it is, he can't win. We Oko him... I'm sure we Oko him with an Outrage. Yeah, Outrage absolutely annihilates Flygon. 150%. Well, more than 150%. The Flygon's going to come back in. I'm just going to go for a Shadow Bone. Because there's not really much of a reason for me to do anything else at this stage. He's got Dragon Rush. How interesting. Dragon Rush. Well, that's Marowak down. But, as I said, I'm fairly certain the game is over at this point. All we need to do, click that Outrage button, and Garchomp has won us the game. And there we go. Something I just want to talk about. Do you guys do like the Twitch plays Pokemon like betting thing on Battle Revolution? I love it. I've been doing it for the last few days. I've been really enjoying it. It's just a bit of fun, especially the metronome battles. Absolutely hilarious. But that is the first game. That is the first win of the episode. One more game to go, guys, and hopefully we can make it 2-0 for this for this Friday. Oh, what a start. I can't believe he was playing so safe at the beginning. And I think if he just continued to play safe, he probably would have won. Like, as soon as he lost Vaporeon, that just gave me a step up. It's like, mate, it's done. It's done. You cannot beat me. Not without... And then we saw the Escavalier. Now, I don't really know what else he could have bought, to be completely honest. That would have beaten the Pokemon that I bought, because I look at it and I think, well, what can Sceptile really do to a max HP, max special defense Marowak? Unless it's a physical variant of Sceptile, which is not particularly common. What's Lucario going to do? Okay, if it has Earthquake, it could do something. But it probably gets one shot by a Flare Blitz. I can't remember what else he had, but yeah, like... As soon as that Vaporeon went down, our matchup was just perfect. Absolutely perfect. And in the end, my opponent just couldn't get through it. And now we're against another Japanese player with a rating of 1507. We are actually in the 1500s now with 1509. And I see a Quagsire and I want to jump off a cliff. It's basically my rating of this team. But honestly, Breloom could be somewhat helpful in this game. I have to bring... To be fair, I could bring Tapu Koko, because that does have Grass Knot. So, I could bring the Koko. I have to bring Marowak. Marowak does wonders. I mean, it helps against the Ferrothorn, the Blaziken, provided it doesn't have Earthquake or Stone Edge. It can do some damage against the Mimikyu if we can predict the right switch-ins or whatever. We could get the Will-O-Wisp off onto it. It can help us against the Salamence, provided it doesn't have Earthquake. And we predict the burn. Like, we've got such a good matchup. But I think this in this particular game, I think Gyarados has to be the lead. Now, he's got a vast majority of physical attackers, so Intimidate is going to be big. Also, that bulk, and he seems fairly weak to the Water Ice combination. I think that's a really good choice. I think I do bring Breloom. Do we have? What have we got more? Right, okay, we've got Source down. We don't have anything to hit the Ferrothorn. I think I do bring Breloom as well. Although I can't see... actually, you know what, we're not going to bring it. We're going to bring Tapu Koko and Marowak instead. Because I just don't see Breloom, even with doing a Mach Punch, it's just not going to do enough damage to... it's not going to do enough damage to the Ferrothorn. It's just not going to do enough. So... without Swords Dance, we can't obviously set up against it. I mean, if I have Swords Dance, the Ferrothorn's really set up for the bar. I guess Jarry would do a considerable amount of damage, but my opponent's going to lead with Mamoswine. It is a shiny Mamoswine. That thing looks ugly as hell. Why do you bring shiny Mamoswine? I don't know. But we're going to lead Gyarados, and unless he has Freeze Dry, we certainly have the advantage here. Now, I could see a Stealth Rock coming, and that would be quite devastating, actually, considering I have a Flying type and a Fire type. But I can see him just going out to Ferrothorn, so I'm just going to go for a nice, tasty taunt to click the switch. My opponent could very well stay in and predict it and just go for a Stealth Rock. He is going to switch, and he is going out into the Quagsire. Okay, well that's alright. That's not the end of the world. I mean, I can see how much damage a Waterfall does to it. But at the same time, I kind of want to bring a Tapu Koko and just hit it with a Grass Knot and do considerable damage. The problem is, I don't think a Grass Knot will OHKO it. And, I mean, it might do. I just don't see Quagsire being that heavy. So, I mean, he's guaranteed to go for a Scald this turn. Absolutely guaranteed. So, you know, maybe just going out to Tapu Koko this turn is the better idea, because we don't really mind if Tapu Koko gets burned. So, you know what? Yeah, let's just bring in Tapu Koko. So the Electric Surge is going to activate, which means if he does go for a Yawn, that's going to be awesome as well. Obviously, he's not going to because he's taunted. He's actually going to switch out the Quagsire and bring in Ferrothorn. A little bit on the annoying side. He's absolutely baited me there, to be fair to him. He has baited me. I'm just going to go for a Volt Switch and go out into the Marowak. Marowak will absorb any Thunder Waves that it might want to throw at us. Why he would go for a Thunder Wave, I have absolutely no idea. Gyro Ball won't do very much. Power won't do very much. We can go for a Will-O-Wisp, get some status conditions on something. He is going to opt for the Gyro Ball this turn. And it's just not going to do enough damage, really. So, yeah, let's just Shadow Bone. Let's Shadow Bone. If he goes out into Quagsire, which it looks like he is going to, then he goes out into Quagsire. He's actually going to go out into Mamoswine. Wow, I wish I went for a, I wish I went for a Will-O-Wisp. So I could see him predicting me to go out into the Gyarados. I can very much see that. So I could see him going for a Stealth Rock, or maybe going back out into that Ferrothorn. So I'm actually going to stay in and go for a Will-O-Wisp. Fuck. Fuck. I mean, it's basically game over at this point. I can't knock out Ferrothorn. I mean, I can, but I'm just going to have great difficulty doing it. And it's pretty much guaranteed that he's switching here out into the Ferrothorn. So, I could go for a Volt Switch, or he could just go... Although, to be fair, he might go into Quagsire. He doesn't know I've got Grass Knot. We'll go out into Gyarados. So what? Mamoswine is a bit of an issue to this team. Obviously Breloom potentially should have bought it. He's actually going to go for an Icicle Spear. Wow, I wish I'd stayed in and just gone for a Grass Knot. Nonetheless, that's going to do like 0 damage. And we can go for a Waterfall next turn, although I think I might just Taunt. Saying that he didn't predict the Taunt last time, and he actually went out into the Quagsire, so... You know, maybe we'll just Waterfall this turn. Maybe we will just Waterfall this turn. And see where that puts us. And it's going to be a dead Mamoswine. Which surprises me, because I don't think it's quite clocked on that I've got Grass Knot on Tapu Koko. Because I don't think he would have sacrificed it like that. Anyway, Ferrothorn's going to come in. No, I can't Thunder Wave either, because Gyro Ball's power will just go through the roof. And I'm sure he... No, I'm just going to Taunt. I'm not going to mess around. We're going to go for a Taunt. I don't want to be Leech Seeded. But I don't see us knocking out this Ferrothorn. I don't see how we can knock it out. He's opting for the Power Whip. Interesting. That's a crit. There is no way that's a one... That's not a crit. Mate, that has to be a max attack Ferrothorn. That did so much damage. That was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous how much damage that did. That was stupid damage. What the hell? That was ridiculous. If we see a pout, I'm almost tempted to say that this is a choice banded Ferrothorn. I reckon that was banded. Because we've seen a gyrable... Sorry, that was a horrible voice crack. Choice banded Ferrothorn. We saw the gyrable come out from it. And we saw the power whip. And to be honest, the gyrable surprised me with how much it did to Marowak. I didn't think it would do as much as it did, but, you know, I knew it would take it fairly well, either way. That was ridiculous. Nonetheless, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new, subscribe. I've already mentioned it earlier, I do have a Twitter and Twitch links in the description. If you like the music, you can check the link in the description and have a little look at it yourself. It is from Glitch City. And lastly, if you have any set suggestions, or, you know, any team theme suggestions, let me know in the comments below. And I hope to see you at my next stream. I will see you very soon. Goodbye.